What's going on YouTube? Rage Mode for the win here, bringing you another Pokemon X Naturia version. And I'm sorry for the long, delay in uploading episodes. I was kind of worn out after last week. After one day, I ended up trying to record multiple episodes at once, or not trying to, I ended up recording like multiple hour-long sessions at once for them not to work. But I'm back here on this Monday, bringing you this new continuation of the Let's Play. Before we start, let's get a quick team update, as we have a bit of change. Now we have Charlotte, the Joltik, who learned Electro Web and Fury Cutter. Now it's a little more useful instead of it just having Leech Life. It was hard to train until it got those moves. It was hard to train until it got Electro Web, really. Alright, attack and defense. Its special attack is highest, so its Electro Web is going to do a lot of damage, and it's very fast. But now we go on to Batgirl, the Noibat, who the only new move it learned was Wing Attack, and decided to get rid of, and I think it learned Bite as well. And I decided to get rid of the Leech Life and Supersonic, because those weren't doing much damage at all. And it's pretty even on the stats. Its attack stat is pretty low, but its special attack is doing pretty well. Then we go on to Mania, the Poliwag, who learned Encore, or I think it learned Encore when I was training, but it did learn Double Step. I know that for a fact. And then we go to Lee, the Eevee, who's learned Tackle, Quick Attack, Mud Slap, and Swift. So I think it's the same moves. I think maybe it learned Swift and Quick Attack overtraining, but not much has changed there. But we have two new members to add to the party. First we have Hardcore, a Starly. Kind of wanted to get a Starly at the beginning, but you can't get it until like daytime. And I have a friend who's called Cora, likes Starlies, and I always told her if I ever catch a Starly in one of my Let's Plays or Nuzlocks, I would name it Hardcore, and she found that really cool. And it knows Tackle, Growl, Quick Attack, and Wing Attack. Its stats are pretty good. It has a high attack and high speed stat. Defense, special attack, and special defense aren't that great, but this attack is going to be pretty good by the end. Oh, sorry, wrong button. And finally, last but not least, Haruhi the Shroomish. I didn't really know what to name it, so I kind of just named it after an anime. If you guys can guess the anime, that would be cool. It knows Absorb, Tackle, Stun Spore, and Leech Seed. It'll be kind of useful. I think it's gonna end up being replaced very soon on the team. But it has a high defense stat, not much of attack, but a high defense and special defense. But that's it. That's the team right now. What we're sitting at. The team will probably change over, and everyone's at level 16. I forgot to actually say that because that was the whole point of the training, getting everyone to level 16. But then if it was like, oh, this Pokemon looks cool, so let's go in here. We got these two who say, I traded my best Pokemon to the guy beside me. Why did you do that? Huh? The Pokemon I just got is holding something. I feel like this is just pointless. I'm just gonna go. This is just the training school. Now, the place that is interesting is over here. This right here is the Sprout Tower. Instead of it being as usual where most people would recognize it up here, they moved it over here. But that's not what I was actually going for. What I'm going for is a little bit up this way, and this way, and this way. I think this is it. Nope. That's the building you can't get into right now. Oh, I guess it was back there. So this is where the Sprout Tower was. It's replaced with this building, which holds a nice gentleman right here, who, when you get the first gym badge, will give you one of these. But he only says, Una vez pregunta en un Pokemon a donde vas y al respiro. I don't know. I think what he's saying is you need to have a gym badge, because you can go up to these and say hi, and they just say their name. But that's a pretty cool feature. You can get the 6th gen starters right there, or one of them at least. So we're gonna go down, and we're gonna get, wrong way. We're gonna get started on the Sprout Tower, because I'm gonna try to get both the Sprout Tower and the gym leader in this episode. Hopefully time won't run out, because I'm gonna try to make these half-hour long episodes, nothing more, nothing less, kind of. So we got this guy right here, and we can talk to him. However hard we battle, the tower will stand strong. Okay. And because I'm pretty dry, it's pretty dry today, I have some drink to drink. Ah. Sage Nico wants to battle. Sage Nico sent out Snover. This thing is a pain. So I'm gonna go with Charlotte. And we're gonna go right for the Fury Cutter, which should do a good amount of damage. And I notice I'm kind of a little overleveled for right here. I actually think I may have overtrained just a slight bit because I think the gym is like level 14, but I do know that the gym is actually really tough. So we'll see how much overleveled I am by the time I get there. Because the point of this episode wasn't really the Sprout Tower; it was more of the gym leader. And that's why I kind of just trained right away. Sage Nico sent out Shroomish. I got Shroomish too. So I go for the Fury Cutter, and I take it down to red health. I'm kind of wondering. I wonder if it because if with Fury Cutter it transfers over. I'm so sorry. I hit the mic there. I was just thinking out loud. Sorry. Gained 126 EXP. All right. Down to his last Pokemon. Fury Cutter probably is very strong now. And he goes for a Snover again. Let's see if I can get a one-hit kill on this thing. Go for the Fury Cutter. And it's a one-hit KO. Alright. Super effective. And gained a good amount of EXP. Now let's continue. Alright. Sage Nico was defeated. I fought hard, but I'm too weak. Alright, yep, you are. Is that the guy from like Inuyasha or something like that? I never watched it, but the sprite is just interesting. Rage Frown, Paralyze Heal. Alright, so we got some anti-paralysis, and I went to the shop, got some Pokeballs, got some potions. Don't really know how I'm going to use them. But anyways, we stand guard in this tower. Here, we experience our gratitude to honor all Pokemon. Okay. But anyways, it's kind of an interesting place. But that is I just think that's an interesting spot. I don't know what it's from, though. If anyone knows, leave a comment in the comment section below. So I go with Charlotte, and we'll go for the Fury Cutter. Does a little less than half, but Fury Cutter gains as you use it, so I wonder if there's a cap on that. Because I know, I don't know. If you know that, leave a comment down below too. Wow, I have a lot of things I'm asking you to leave in the comments today. Alright, so he's about to send in Ghastly. Ooh. I'm gonna go with Electro Web. See how that does. It's definitely an interesting actual, like, animation for it. It would have been cool to see that in actual second gem games. And Charlotte got Root to level 17. I think I'm going to be able to... I hope I'm going to be able to use Charlotte in the gym, because being an electric type will be good. I think I'm going to... Oh yeah, I can't switch out. I think I'm going to... After this battle, I'm going to switch out so she doesn't gain any more EXP. That way there's... It'll be a little... It won't be so one-sided. And I'll try for the next gym not to... Or to actually, like, see what the levels are at. So I do know sometimes you have to be over-leveled on these. An Abra, Psychic type, so Bug will actually be super effective. I don't know if Fury Cutter is still stacked, because I went and used a different move, but it did a good amount of damage, and it goes for the Teleport. Doesn't work, so I get the second Fury Cutter off, upping its damage again. Alright, so we defeated the Abra, and we gained a good amount of EXP. And he's about to send in his final Pokemon, which is a Zubat, which my Electro Web is just going to demolish it. Alright, there we go. And it's a critical hit. Doubt it mattered, but we take out the Zubat, and Charlotte gains a good amount of EXP. Alright. So I'm going to go into my party and see who I should send out. I'm going to go with Hardcore since I haven't actually gotten a chance to show her off yet. And I'll use Hari next. Alright, so we move up. Actually, I don't know if Hari will be useful in this area with the kind of anti-grass types. Because he got Flying and Ice. Ooh, we got a wild encounter here. What do we find? And it's a Zigzagoon. Alright. Well, I used hardcore just to take it out and use the wing attack. Alright. So there we go. We got a good amount of XP for it. And we can continue our way downward. But we get interrupted by a sage. Sway like the leaves in the wind. Okay. Okay then. I don't really know what to say to that. Snover. Okay. I'm sorry, but that guy was just kind of... That's just kind of something you don't really hear. So we go for the wing attack. And we pretty much take it out. Alright. And he gained a good amount of XP, and he sends out his second Pokemon, which is a Zubat. Now, I promise that the gym's going to be a lot tougher than these guys, because the gym I know is like... or at least I believe is level 14, but it took a while to actually defeat when I was doing it on my own Let's Play. Like, I had to be over, like, level 14 in order to do it. I think I just went to level 16 because it was, like, an even number. Or more even than 14, I guess. That, I guess, to show that the levels also in this have been changed, so the level normal... or Pokemon evolve normally isn't the same as where they'll evolve in this game. Sorry, I was stuttering there for a bit, stumbling over my own words. Though that is a fun expression, stumbling over your own words. Like, it's taking that whole words can hurt you thing a little seriously and saying not only can they hurt you, but they'll try to trip you up as well. Alright then. After that random moment, we finish off the Zigzagoon, find a potion, and we're on our way to the top of Sprout Tower. Alright, or we're at the top of Sprout Tower. I trained to find enlightenment in Pokemon. Alright then. Good for you. Sage Jin. I wonder if all these guys like have a problem with them, you know, looking all the same. I mean, I guess that's a common theme in Pokemon where you have people who just look exactly alike, and there's like, no, we're completely different people. I went for the wrong move there, and he goes for a Powder Snow. That was bad. Okay. Let's try to get a flying type now. We'll go for the wing attack. I'm sorry, I'm pretty thirsty. I get so cotton mouth when I'm talking a lot, so I have to drink a little bit. Alright. And hardcore's trying to learn Steel Wing. Now that will be useful. Probably. I actually don't know. I mean, I don't know where its use will be most likely at. I guess if there's, what is it? Kanto in this. And then I guess it will be useful. And he goes for Psyduck. Alright, so we're going to go for a wing attack here. I know that's kind of one shame that is about this game where you can't actually switch out. It makes it a little harder for these kind of battles if you want to train. Some battles will be like, oh yeah, totally, you can switch out. And then some like this is just like, nah, we're not going to let you. Alright, so Steel Wing didn't do that much. I think it said it wasn't very effective, so I don't know if Steel's not strong against or if water resists Steel, or they may, or I don't know if Psychic is and they made Psychic part Psychic. Alright, so we got hardcore some training in. So let's go. Let's put Haruhi in. I'll probably switch it out if they have Snovers up or something like that. So we go here. The Elder's HM lights even pitch black darkness. Alright. So I'm guessing he has a Flash. And he sends out a Shroomish. It's a Shroomish fight. So I go with Haruhi. And not much to do, so I'm just going to have to tackle. And he's going to do the same thing. And he gets a crit off it, though. I go for it, and he's about take out half health, so another 2 should finish it off. And Second to last one, when we get it down to a 4th health, and he goes for the tackle again. Doesn't even get me to half health, and I finish it off with this last tackle. I'm gonna start talking British. The last tackle. Tackle. I don't think that's British, actually. Sorry for any Brits. So I'm gonna switch out and Batgirl. Didn't really want a grass type going against flying type, so I'm going with the flying dragon against the flying type. Sorry if there was a little thing. I'm kind of sitting on a cord and trying to move, and things are moving with me, and it's not pleasant. Alright, let's try to do that again. There we go. Alright. So we go for the wing attack. He's doing a good amount of damage. Batgirl's pretty good at doing damage, I guess. Don't know who's going to stay longer than others. Once I start encountering more Pokemon, I'm going to try to switch team members out according to what's up ahead and whatnot. I think I'll keep Batgirl for the Bug-type gym, at least for now. But I don't know how long they're going to stay. And he sends out a Ghastly, and I am glad I kind of stayed in there because I can go for a bite here. And he outspeeds, goes for the spike. I'm actually kind of surprised that the Ghastly outsped, because it's 3 levels lower, and Batgirl's actually one of its highest stat is speed. And he goes for a curse, but a little pointless considering he's gonna die, and that was his last Pokemon. He just told that trainer just told his Pokemon to commit suicide. I hope he's ashamed of himself. I didn't even lose any HP from that. Alright. So, second to last stage here. Let me see how much you trust your Pokemon. I trust my Pokemon very much. Thank you very much. That didn't make sense. I'm sorry. Alright, so he sends out Shroomish. So it's another Shroomish for Shroomish fight. It's a little hard to say Shroomish at first. Or Shroom. Shroomoo. Alright. After that random blabbering, we can move on and go for these tackles and just take it out. I'm doing a lot more damage than it's doing to me, so that's always a plus. I'm not even at half health. I'm not even at half health yet. Although he's gonna attack now, I'm gonna be at half health. Half health. Ugh, I cannot talk today, and I have brought something to drink. Well, I finish it off. He's at health. At half health. He's about to send in another Pokemon. I'm guessing he's going to send in something against it. Yep, flying type, so I sent in Mania, my Poliwag, and we're going to go for the Bubble. And we're just going to go and do massive damage here to this Talo. And we do over half. That was what I'm talking about. Way to go, Mania. That is what I was asking for. You totally pulled through here. We're going to go for another Bubble here and just completely take it out. He goes for the Focus Energy Quick Attack, trying to get a crit. I keep going, I'm like, no, it's not a quit, it's a crit, it's not a quit. And I gained some EXP, so he's about to use another Pokemon. See, it allowed me to switch last time, but it didn't give me the time to switch this time, so that's odd. So I'm going to go for the Bubble here. Going to do some massive damage to this Duskull. And I take the bat, I'm going to do minimum damage to this Duskull, and he's going to go for a Nightshade. That's going to do devastating damage as it at 14 HP. I'm not going to be able to live much of those, but don't really have time to switch out here. So I'm going to go for the Bubble again. Hope I get a crit here on this last one, because I know I need it. He goes for the Nightshade, does a good amount of damage. I'm not going to stay in one more to get killed, so I'm going to switch it to Batgirl. We're going to take it out with a bite. Alright, so I go for the Batgirl. He goes for the Nightshade. He's going to lower me down to about 26 health points, and I'm going to go for that bite. Going to finish it off with a super effective... Or, not finished off, but I got the flinch. And that's all that matters. So I go for the bite again, and I completely take it out. And he sends in his last Pokemon, which is a Ghastly, which my bite is going to completely take it out, go Batgirl, go for the bite, and completely demolish this Ghastly. Almost does. Takes it down to less than a quarter, and I actually end up not being able to outspeed, and he gets the... Or, first thing, I got the flinch. I don't outspeed the second time. He gets the spite, and I end up finishing off with my bite. A lot of things happening, trying to commentate, but yes, your trust is real. Okay, but you're not the person I'm supposed to show this to. Though in my first playthrough, I thought this was it. When I was like, oh yeah, I finished the stage shower, then oh, didn't finish you off yet. You are indeed skilled as a trainer. As promised, here is your HM. But let me say this, you should treat your Pokemon better. The way you battle is far too harsh. Pokemon are not tools of war. He claims to be the elder, but he is weak. It stands to reason I never lose to foos who babble about being nice to Pokemon. I only care about strong Pokemon that can win. I really couldn't care less about weak Pokemon. Alright, so we're going to go over here and not grab this Pokeball and run into a wild Zigzagoon. And then we're going to murder it for interrupting me as I was about to grab my escape rope. So we're going to go for the Absorb here, get some HP back. As I suck out its soul. And he goes for a tackle. Does oh, he got the crit. That's the only reason why I did a good amount of damage. Not a good amount, but just an not bad, just And the Absorb actually gets back more health than he took with the crit. And apparently he had an Oron berry. No, a citrus berry. I was like, wow, either he had not much health to start out with, or that's a very strong berry. So I'm getting more health than he's taking away. But he goes for the Tail Whip, which is pretty devastating, because if he lowers my defense, I'm not going to gain more health back. So I go for the Absorb, get it down to 1/3, and I can finish it off with one more move. And he goes for the Tail Whip again. And one more Absorb should finish it off. I'm hoping it'll finish it off. No min-max damage here. And we go for the Absorb, and it takes it out. We are good. Now, I completely killed it after it interrupted me, and get that little bit of EXP for doing so. So I get the potion, or the escape rope. I'm going to switch up my team here, because I know this guy has kind of... Well, he doesn't have much for... Or, how do I put it? Haru's going to do not... Haru's not going to do good. Let's just say that. So we go over. We're going to stand on this side of him. Make sure there's nothing over here. But we're going to talk to him. And we're interrupted by another wild Zigzagoon. It's not even worth it. I'll get my revenge on them later. So good of you to come here. Sprout Tower is a place of training. People and Pokemon test their bonds to build a bright future together. I am the final test. Allow me to check the tides between you and your Pokemon. Kinda got that wrong, but oh well. Sage Lee wants to battle. First off, he sends in a Shrimish. You know, I actually could have kept Shrimish in. I thought he sent out a Snover first. Alright, so we're gonna go for a wing attack here. Get that super effective stab damage up. Just do a little over half, alright? Not bad. I mean, I wish it was better, but it's alright. It's alright. I'll take it. Two hit knockout, alright? I'll take it. Finish it off. Gets a good amount of EXP. And he's about to use another Pokemon. Sage Lee sent out Snover. I thought you were going to send this out first, honestly. So we're going to go for the wing attack. And we're going to do... And then so we get a crit. Don't know if that crit probably mattered. Well, we take it out. Back row just doing work. Making messes and taking names. He's about to send in another Pokemon. He sends out his Tailo. Pish posh. We're going to take this thing out. Just like the trash, and go for the wing attack. It outspeeds, goes for the wing attack first, and does actually a decent amount of damage. I don't think Batgirl can survive another one. Oh well, but we have other Pokemon that can take out the other two. Sadly but surely, Batgirl, you will be missed, but you will be back. So I'm going to send out Mania. Haven't got to use him much. And I didn't realize how low of health it actually had. So, I'm sorry. I may have just sent Mania into his death. Alright, so let's try to look for one that isn't at health. So I'm going to go with Charlotte. And we're going to just go for this Electro Web. We outspeed, and we're just going to wreck house with this powerful stab Electro Web. And we completely take it out. A good amount of XP. And he's about to send in another Pokemon. He sends in Haunter, and this thing scares me because level 16. Actually, it's a good thing that I trained this much because this Haunter's level 16. He goes for the Confuse Ray. Sorry. Have a little trying to hold back any burps coming up. And he goes for the Hypnosis. So I know he has Confusion and Hypnosis, and I hit myself twice now on Confusion. And he still can't hit that Hypnosis though, thankfully. And I break the Confusion before I actually can hit with it being under it and get an Electro Web up. And I do a little over a fourth, and I lower its speed. Sorry if you hear like the mic moving or anything like that. I'm trying to get adjusted here, but I go for the next Electro Web, and I miss. I can't believe I missed that. That is ridiculous. It didn't affect. He still can't hit that Hypnosis, so I'm pretty lucky there. I go for the Electro Web, trying to do some massive damage here, and I do so and take it down to one more Electro Web worth of damage, and he goes for the Nightshade out of nowhere. He pulls it out of his butt and does about a good 16 damage, and if I don't hit this Electro Web, it's game over. But I get the Electro Web up, and I completely take out his Haunter, and this battle is considered won. And I gained 486. And I grew to level 18, and I learned Pin Missile. Pin Missile. Ooh, that's a tempting move. That is a very tempting move. I'm gonna get rid of Leech Life. One, Leech Life's not that strong anyways, so I think Pin Missile will be able to do more. And I've seen Pin Missile just wreck house in this game. And I defeated Sage Lee. Oh, excellent. Rage got 512 for winning. Send some to Mom. Alright. You and your Pokemon should have no problem using this move. Take this Flash HM. Rage received HM05. Do 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 do. Don't think that's the music for that. I think that's for like catching a Pokemon. Or you can do the da 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 da. And for those who don't know, that's Legend of Zelda. The when you find an item. And we get some Shimmers. I'm just gonna save some time here and go for the escape rope, or the escape rope. And make way down and use the escape rope. Rage, use the escape rope. Alright. And now this guy has moved, and we can now enter the gym. First, we'll go in here and we will heal up. Hello, welcome to our Pokemon Center. We can heal your Pokemon to perfect health. Shall we heal your Pokemon? Yes, you shall. Okay, may I see your Pokemon for a bit? Sure. Alright. We hope to see you again. Well, that was her. And now, the gym for Violet City. The Violet City Pokemon Gym. And we got a berry over here. The Elegant Flow. Yeah. But we got a berry over here. It's a fruit bearing tree. It's a cherry berry. Alright, so now we got another pretty much paralyzed heal. Alright. So we go over here. And this is where I'm going to have to end the episode off for today. I'm so sorry. I wish I could have gotten both off in one episode. But I want to keep these episodes to a 30-minute time limit, kind of. Try and just get balance on how long each thing goes. I feel like 30 minutes is already a lot as is. And I feel like if I go for 45-minute episodes, it's going to be too much. And I'll get burned out faster. But this episode was a lot of fun to do. Hope you guys liked it. Leave a like down below. Leave a comment. Do whatever you really want. I'll probably post a question of the day down below when I actually think of one. But it's been a lot of fun. I'm Rage Mode for the win, and I am out.